day Ronaldinho, already retired, absolutely killed it with the El Clasico legends was straight up epic. This went down on April 28, 2017, during an 80-minute friendly between the legends of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Barca rolled out with a legendary squad, featuring icons like Deco, Rivaldo, and the unmatched Ronaldinho, a true wizard of the ball, dazzling the pitch with his bold skills and unreal technique. On the flip side, Real Madrid was packing heat too, with heavy hitters like Luis Figo, Rubén de la Red, and Roberto Carlos. It was a classic showdown between two football titan teams, and the perfect moment for Ronaldinho, even post-retirement, to prove he still had that magic touch. The ref kicked off the game, and things got heated right away. Before the 4-minute mark, Real Madrid was already launching a dynamic attack, with Alfonso getting the ball near the box. He managed to create some space from his marker and took a long-range shot, but the ball just grazed the post and went out. Right after that, Barca hit back with Ronaldinho leading an attack, whipping quick passes around inside the box and setting up Mendieta for the finish. But Mendieta's shot wasn't on point, ending up more like a weak pass than a powerful strike. Now, it was Ronaldinho's turn to bring some flair to the game. At 6 minutes in, the Brazilian ace intercepted an opposing pass near midfield and quickly spotted the opposing keeper off his mark. Taking a chance, he went for a long-distance lob, trying to chip the keeper. Caught off guard, the opposing keeper dashed back desperately toward the goal, but luckily for him, the shot sailed over the crossbar and out. Ronaldinho's laugh at the end of the play showed he was all about those bold moves. Just 9 minutes in, Real Madrid quickly regained possession and launched a counterattack with Rubén de la Red, which was cut short by a foul. Despite the considerable distance from the goal, the situation still posed a major threat to Barcelona, especially with Roberto Carlos setting up for the free kick, famously known for his legendary long-range goals throughout his career. After the ref gave the go-ahead, Roberto Carlos unleashed a powerful kick, but with terrible accuracy, sending it way off target. A few minutes later, it was Barca's turn to intercept an opposing pass, with Saviola snagging the ball and pulling off a slick move on a defender before passing to Rivaldo. With the ball at his feet, Rivaldo decided to pass it to Ronaldinho, who charged into the box and fired a shot at goal. However, the accuracy was off and the ball went out. It was time for Ronaldinho to flex his skills again. At the 17-minute mark, the Brazilian superstar showcased his technical prowess with an impressive no-look pass to a teammate, adding a touch of craftiness to the play. Unfortunately, his teammate got surrounded and couldn't advance the attack. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. Shortly after, Ronaldinho got the ball on the offensive and pushed into the box, skillfully weaving through defenders to create enough space for a powerful shot towards goal. But to his dismay, the ball smashed against the crossbar and didn't go in, blowing a fantastic chance to score. At 21 minutes, Ronaldinho won the ball in a tussle with an opponent and quickly passed it to Rivaldo, who decided to show off his technical skills with a slick backheel pass to a teammate. However, the player meant to receive the pass wasn't on the same level as the Brazilian stars and failed to control the ball effectively. By the 25th minute, the intensity of the game ramped up as Barcelona mounted a sharp attack, with Goico receiving an excellent long pass inside the box. But just as he was gearing up to shoot, he was fouled by Antonio Nunez, who brought him down inside the area and halted the play. Due to this foul, the ref didn't hesitate to award a penalty to Barcelona and also handed Nunez a yellow card. Ronaldinho stepped up for the penalty, and after getting the go-ahead from the ref, the Brazilian ace executed a powerful and precise shot into the corner of the goal. The opposing keeper guessed the right way, but the shot was so strong and well-placed that he had no chance of stopping it as the ball hit the back of the net. Ronaldinho celebrated the goal with his characteristic joyful and infectious style. This first goal for Barcelona in the match gave the team a significant advantage as they now led the scoreboard against their biggest rival, creating an even more electric atmosphere in the stadium. Around the 30-minute mark, Real Madrid intercepted a pass in the opposing defense and quickly initiated a counterattack that ended with Roberto Carlos taking a long-range shot from outside the box. However, the accuracy of the shot wasn't ideal, and the ball sailed over the crossbar. Near the 35-minute mark, Real Madrid launched an attack with Rubén de la Red, who took a powerful and well-directed long-range shot. The opposing keeper, well-positioned, managed to make an effective save, carrying the ball away. However, the rebound stayed with Real Madrid, and Rafael Vázquez seized the chance to try a finish, but his shot lacked the desired accuracy and ended up going way off target. Shortly after, Real Madrid organized another attack with Alfonso Perez advancing near the box, but he was stopped by a foul, creating a dangerous situation close to the opposing goal. Luis Figo initially lined up for the kick, but after the referee's signal, it was Roberto Carlos who surprised everyone with a low shot that slipped under the wall. The goalkeeper, well positioned, managed to intercept the attempt. The technique used by Roberto Carlos on this free kick resembled the famous shots of Ronaldinho during his standout years at Barcelona. Around the 39th minute, Ronaldinho intercepted an opponent's pass and quickly launched a counterattack, delivering a skillful lofted pass to Saviola. However, Saviola couldn't match Ronaldinho's flair when he attempted to pass the ball to a teammate, resulting in a pass that went out of bounds. As the first half neared its end at the 40-minute mark, Real Madrid began an offensive with Rubén de la Red receiving the ball inside the area and firing a shot at goal. However, the opposing goalkeeper was alert and made an excellent save. After a first half that lasted just 40 minutes, Ronaldinho, as he left the field for the break, was immediately surrounded by fans eager to take a selfie with him, standing out as the most celebrated player of the match. Then, the referee blew the whistle to start the second half, which kicked off with Real Madrid eager to level the score. In the initial moments after the game resumed, Real Madrid intercepted a pass in the opposing defense, allowing Rafael Vázquez to unleash a powerful and accurate shot toward goal. Despite a good save by the Barcelona goalkeeper who parried the ball, the rebound still remained under Real Madrid's control. Pedro Muniz, finding himself in an excellent position in front of the goal, dribbled past the goalkeeper and executed a precise low shot into the corner, scoring a beautiful goal that tied the game and further intensified the atmosphere of the clash. The equalizing goal, resulting from a passing error by Barcelona, seemed to significantly destabilize the defense of the team. The instability was evident when shortly after, at the 43rd minute, Real Madrid mounted another effective attack. Pedro Muniz, operating on the right, faced the opposing defense and managed to create enough space to send a precise cross into the area. Alfonso, strategically positioned, received the pass and executed a beautiful shot, directing the ball into the back of the net. This second goal by Real Madrid, scored in such quick succession, served as a clear demonstration that Barcelona's defense was visibly disoriented and vulnerable in the second half. Ronaldinho was not pleased with his opponent's turnaround. As it approached the 47th minute, Barcelona tried to organize an attack, but Mendieta was halted by a foul. Although the foul occurred at a considerable distance from the goal, it still posed a risk to Real Madrid, especially because Ronaldinho was ready to take the kick. When the referee gave the go-ahead, Ronaldinho executed a powerful and well-directed shot at the goal. However, the Real Madrid goalkeeper, well-positioned, managed to save the attempt, pushing the ball away. At 52 minutes, Ronaldinho, in the middle of the field, once again demonstrated his technical superiority by executing a refined dribble that bested his opponent. Feeling embarrassed, the opponent, in a moment of desperation, committed a foul by grabbing Ronaldinho in an attempt to halt his promising advance. By the 55th minute, Barcelona made another passing error in their own defense, paving the way for Real Madrid to initiate a rapid counterattack. Rafael Vázquez received a precise pass inside the area, but was quickly taken down by a sliding tackle from a defender. Despite the apparent contact, the referee decided not to call the foul and allowed play to continue. Around the 58th minute, Barcelona orchestrated a spectacular attack, with Rivaldo sending a masterful pass to Jofre Mateu on the left wing. Mateu expertly controlled the ball inside the box, deceived a defender with a feigned left foot shot, and created space for a blistering right foot strike that hit the target. The powerful shot left the Real Madrid goalkeeper with no chance, bulging the net with impressive force. The equalizing goal sparked vibrant celebrations from the Barcelona players and pushed the game's tension to new heights. However, a curious detail marked the moment. Instead of Jofre Mateu, the goal scorer, being the center of attention, it was Ronaldinho who captured the spotlight. A young fan invaded the pitch and ran towards the icon, attempting to embrace him, demonstrating that even if he wasn't the star of that particular play, Ronaldinho remained the undisputed fan favorite of Barcelona. But the joy of Barcelona fans was short-lived, as at the 69th minute, Real Madrid launched an attack with Rivera advancing and facing the defense, but he was brought down by Barcelona defenders. Rubén de la Red, who was close to the action, quickly won the challenge and, dribbling past an opponent, continued the attack into the area. Spotting an opening, Ruben didn't hesitate and unleashed a precise and decisive shot towards the goal, hitting the corner of the net. This third goal for Real Madrid not only put the team ahead, but also brought great frustration to the Barcelona players, especially the goalkeeper, who couldn't stop the goal. At the 75th minute, Barcelona intercepted an opposing pass, initiating an effective counterattack on the left side. Oscar Arpon moved towards the area and passed to Ronaldinho, who quickly found himself surrounded by defenders. Attempting to finish, Ronaldinho fired a shot that unfortunately hit the wall. Following the play, Barcelona maintained possession of the rebound and tried to set up another offensive play, during which Mendieta was brought down by a foul near the area. This was the perfect moment for Ronaldinho to showcase his technical skill and seek an equalizer. However, the Stars' shot once again met the barrier, wasting a chance to score a goal that could have made history. After that play, Ronaldinho was substituted out of the game, and even though he didn't clinch a victory, he left to applause. A few minutes later, the referee blew the final whistle. Ronaldinho might not have had one of his best performances, but he still managed to pull off some slick dribbles and make good passes, showing that even in retirement, he still retains his technical skill. The day Ronaldinho, retired but still smashing it for Barcelona, schooled the legends of his biggest rivals team was epic. The friendly match between the Barcelona and Real Madrid legends went down on April 28, 2017 in Lebanon. Barca rolled out with a sick squad, featuring legends like Davids, Zambrotta, Juli, Edmilson, and their star player Ronaldinho, a true football wizard who could do mind-blowing stuff with the ball. Real Madrid wasn't slacking either, rocking solid players like Morientes, Anelka, Carambeu, Savio, and Amavisca. It was a clash of sport legends, plus a prime time for Ronaldinho to flex while he's hailed as one of the all-time greats. The ref kicked off the game and things got heated right from the start. Just 5 minutes in, the first real threat popped off, sparked by a foul against Simão. Edmilson took the free kick quick, sending the ball to Juli on the right, who instantly whipped it into the box. Though the opposing defense managed to block and clear the initial ball, the rebound fell to Zambrotta. He took control and fired off a shot, but it wasn't on target, and the ball rolled out of play. Soon after, Barca set up another attack on the right, with Ronaldinho dishing a slick pass to Juli, who was bolting to meet the ball. But just as he was about to take control, Juli got taken down by a slide tackle from behind. Ronaldinho then stepped up to take the free kick, swinging the ball into the area. However, the Real Madrid goalie was on point, moving quickly to snatch up the pass. Now it was time for Ronaldinho to show off his magic in the game. At the 7-minute mark, Barcelona launched into a dynamic attack with Ronaldinho, who, perfectly placed in midfield, pulled off a stunning pass into the box. Showing off his insane game sense, he glanced the other way, totally faking out the defense as he sent the ball through. Juli, on his toes and ready for the action, raced to meet the pass and without a second thought, smashed it first time, drilling the ball straight into the net. That first goal for Barca, all thanks to Ronaldinho's killer assist, seriously pumped up the crowd. The fans were buzzing not just over the slick football skills on display, but also about their team snagging an early lead in the game. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. Minutes after scoring, Barca was on the attack again, with Ronaldinho dishing out another of his signature no-look passes, this time finding Mendieta on the left. Mendieta tried to capitalize, whipping across into the box, but the opposing goalie was alert, cutting off the pass and stopping Barca's advance. Right after, Real Madrid hit back with a quick counter led by Morientes, who nearing the box decided to let fly a long-range shot, but the shot wasn't on point, and the ball rolled out of play. By the 18th minute, Barca was pressing again, with Ronaldinho trying an early pass to Davids, but the Real Madrid goalie was on his game, coming off his line to snatch up the pass. Around the 20-minute mark, it was Real Madrid's turn to attack, with Morientes feeding the ball to Red, who took the pass, broke into the box, and fired a shot at goal. However, the Barca keeper stepped up and pulled off a spectacular save. Right after a Real Madrid attack, Barcelona quickly hit back with Ronaldinho, who, using his sharp game vision, unleashed a gorgeous through pass to Juli. He sped up to catch the ball inside the box and smartly back-passed it, looking for Mendieta. However, the Real Madrid keeper, again well-positioned, intercepted and made the save, keeping Barca from widening the lead. At the 22-minute mark, Real Madrid launched an attack on the left, with Savio swinging across into the box. While the initial pass was picked off by Barcelona's defenders, the ball ended up with Red, who dodged a marker and fired at goal. The Barca keeper, on his toes, blocked the attempt, pushing the ball away. Minutes later, Barcelona organized an attack with Davids and Ronaldinho swapping passes until Davids, getting the ball back, was brought down near the box. Given the closeness of the foul and Ronaldinho's history of banging and beautiful free kicks, this was a serious threat to the opposing team. When the ref gave the go-ahead, Ronaldinho took a precise shot at the goal. Yet the Real Madrid keeper, well-placed, managed to make the save, keeping the score unchanged. Approaching the 28-minute mark, Real Madrid earned a corner, which was taken with a dangerous cross into the area. The ball sailed past the defense and met Sanz, who quickly set it up for Fernando, positioned outside the box. Fernando blasted an incredibly powerful shot towards the goal. The strike was so well placed that the Barca keeper didn't even attempt to save, watching the ball nestle perfectly into the desired corner. This spectacular goal by Fernando not only brought Real Madrid back into the game, but also ramped up the rivalry between the teams. Now was the time for Ronaldinho to whip out his genius in the game again. At the 37-minute mark, the talented Brazilian player showcased his insane vision and passing skills by dishing out a masterful assist to Simão inside the box. With the ball neatly under control and one-on-one with the keeper, Simão kept his cool and nailed a precise shot, driving the ball to the back of the net. This beautiful goal, thanks to Ronaldinho's awesome assist, put Barcelona back in the lead, ramping up the intensity of the match. At the 41-minute mark, Real Madrid responded with a quick offensive, where De La Red got a cross into the box. As the ball approached, he attempted a flashy volley towards the goal. However, the shot lacked the desired power, allowing the opposing keeper to make a chill and effective save. In the first half stoppage time, Real Madrid made their last attempt with De La Red, taking a long shot from outside the box, but it sailed way off target. Right after, the ref blew the whistle to start the second half, with Real Madrid hungry for an equalizer. At the 46-minute mark, Morientes regained possession for Real Madrid, sparking an attack, exchanging passes with a teammate and pushing up on the left. Approaching the box, he pulled off a slick move, nutmegging an opponent, and tried a pass to the middle. But no teammate was there to meet the ball, squandering a great chance. Around the 50-minute mark, Real Madrid stepped up their offense with Morientes pushing towards the opponent's box, but he was taken down by a foul before he could break through. This foul, in a dangerous spot near the box, posed a major threat to Barcelona. Savio stepped up for the free kick and blasted a strong shot, but it was blocked by the wall. The rebound fell back to his feet, and he fired off another powerful shot that hit the post. Fernando Sanz, well placed near the goal, seized this second chance and slotted the ball into the net, but the celebration was cut short when the ref called offside, nullifying the goal. At the 55-minute mark, Barcelona hit back with a coordinated attack, started by Ronaldinho, who with a crafty chip pass tried to find Davids in the box. However, the opposing defense was alert and intercepted the pass. Still, Barcelona kept possession with Mendieta, launching a shot toward the goal, which unfortunately went wide. Shortly after, Real Madrid resumed the attack, with Anelka sending a cross to Savio in the box. But as Savio was gearing up to head the ball, he collided with an opponent and went down. He stayed on the ground for a while and needed medical attention, eventually being carried off the field. This incident highlighted that even though it was a friendly match, the intense rivalry between the teams mirrored the burning desire on both sides to win the game. Now was the time for Ronaldinho to shine again in the game. At the 61-minute mark, Barcelona launched a quick and slick attack, with Ronaldinho showing off his mastery by sending a perfect through pass to Juli, who hustled to catch the ball inside the box. Facing off with the opposing keeper, Juli didn't hesitate and whipped a low and precise shot, nailing the ball into the net. This goal marked Ronaldinho's third assist of the match, highlighting his crucial role for Barcelona, even without scoring. Around the 70th minute, Real Madrid regained possession and launched a counter that ended with De La Red taking a long-range shot. However, the Barcelona keeper was alert and made an excellent save, preventing the goal. Near the 73rd minute, Real Madrid ramped up the attack with De La Red, sending a beautiful pass to Javi Guerrero inside the box, who went one-on-one with the keeper and shot at goal. But the Barcelona keeper was on his game and pulled off another great save. Shortly after, an unusual incident occurred when a Ronaldinho fan invaded the pitch and ran to hug the idol. Security quickly halted the game to escort the fan off, showing the ongoing admiration for Ronaldinho even after his retirement. Around the 77th minute, Ronaldinho was substituted and left the field under the spotlight, surrounded by fans and journalists trying to get close. Police presence was necessary to ensure his safety, highlighting his celebrity status. With Ronaldinho out of the game, things got a bit easier for the opponent. At the 79th minute, Real Madrid launched a dynamic attack led by Javi Guerrero, who was involved in a series of passes before getting the ball back inside the box. Seeing the opposing keeper moving towards him, Guerrero seized the chance to perform a classy chip shot, lofting the ball over the keeper and into the net. This magnificent goal by Guerrero, Real Madrid's second of the match, narrowed Barcelona's lead, making the clash even more competitive and thrilling. As the game neared its end, at the 83rd minute, Real Madrid initiated another coordinated attack with Javi Guerrero receiving the ball on the right and, with a skillful header, setting it up for Velasco, who quickly passed it back. Guerrero then took a directed shot at goal. However, the Barcelona keeper managed to deflect the ball, knocking it out and preventing the goal. At the 86th minute, Barcelona fumbled a back pass under heavy pressure, nearly scoring an own goal. But the keeper acted swiftly and reached the ball in time to clear the danger. In the final minutes of the game, Real Madrid pressed with Javi Guerrero receiving an excellent pass in the box, but he was surrounded and couldn't get a shot off. He quickly passed to Velasco, who returned it, but fell in the box without a penalty being called. Real Madrid kept possession, and Anelka attempted a shot that was blocked by the defense. The rebound fell to De La Red, who fired a powerful shot that ended up going way off target. Not long after, the ref blew the final whistle. Ronaldinho was the star of the match, dishing out 3 killer assists that were crucial for Barcelona's victory over their biggest rival. With this performance, Ronaldinho, even in retirement, managed to show the world once again why he's considered a wizard of football. The day R10 showed Neymar, who's the GOAT, was straight-up soccer fire, featuring an epic comeback at the rival's home turf, a hat trick from Ronaldinho, and Neymar bagging the year's sickest goal. This legendary match went down on July 27, 2011, in a hype match between Flamengo and Santos for the 11th round of the Brazilian Championship. On one side, you had Neymar Jr., just 19 and living his prime at Santos, hyped as Brazil's next big thing in soccer. On the flip side, veteran Ronaldinho at 31 was seeing his star dim back in Brazil after a roller coaster ride in Europe. It was the perfect showdown of different gen eras, Neymar on the rise and Ronaldinho battling father time. Still, the game had mad hype. 2 soccer giants clashing, and what a show it was. Early on, Santos, with Neymar on fire, was owning the game. Just 4 minutes in, Flamengo fumbles the ball mid-pitch and Santos goes on the attack. Neymar gets the ball, schools a defender, then passes to midfielder Elano, who quickly feeds striker Borges, who slots it home with style. Before 5 minutes were up, and before Ronaldinho even touched the ball, Neymar's squad had already netted 1. Flamengo tried to clap back after the goal, with a 1-2 with Ronaldinho passing to striker Luis Antonio, but it was a no-go. 10 minutes in, midfielder Elano botches a back pass straight to Ronaldinho, who goes beast mode on the defenders. Showing off his magic, he dribbles past 2 Santos players and shoots with his left. But the keeper, on his toes, pulls off a sick save with his fingertips. A few minutes later, after Santos slips up in defense, Ronaldinho's back at it, finding space for a shot. But again, Santos' keeper Rafael is there to deny him. That's when Ronaldinho realizes he's got to level up his genius and guts to beat the keeper. Not even a minute later, Neymar steps up, intercepting a pass mid-pitch. He charges forward, passing to Gonzo, who flicks it back for Neymar to shoot, but the keeper blocks it. The ball ricochets to Neymar, who even from the ground manages to assist Borge for another goal. Another stunning play by Neymar, this time with an assist for the goal. Just 16 minutes in, and Ronaldinho's squad is down by 2, needing a serious comeback. Soon after, Flamengo gets a golden chance when striker David finds himself in the box, keeperless. But he fumbles the ball, hitting his shin and missing the shot. Seemed like luck wasn't wearing Flamengo's jersey. After that close call for Neymar's team, it was his turn to shine. Receiving the ball mid-pitch, he dribbles past a player, plays a 1-2 through the defenders, and goes on the attack. Facing 3 Flamengo defenders, he decides to take them on, dribbling and evading. With his sheer brilliance, he breaks into the box and scores an absolute stunner. Neymar totally schooled like half the opposing team and scored one of the most epic goals ever. That goal was so lit, it later snagged the Puskás Award for the sickest goal of the year. At this point in the game, 26 minutes in, with Santos leading Flamengo 3-0, most peeps would think flipping the script was a no-go. But they were sleeping on the fact that there was a soccer wizard named Ronaldinho on the field. And with him, anything was still game. 2 minutes later, Ronaldinho's squad went all out on the attack, desperate to switch up the scoreboard. After Luis Antonio slung the ball from the right and crossed it into the box, Ronaldinho was right there, face to goal. And this time he didn't miss his shot, netting his first goal of the game. With the score looking like a total drag, Ronaldinho didn't even bother to celebrate. He just grabbed the ball from the net, eager to get back to the game, knowing there was a ton of ground to cover. That goal sparked a glimmer of hope for Flamengo, needing 2 more to draw level. Minutes later, Ronaldinho's team hit the gas again, and with another cross from the right, Flamengo scored another, this time a header from midfielder Thiago Neves. Just like Ronaldinho, Thiago Neves didn't waste time celebrating, grabbed the ball from the net, and rushed to restart the play. The game was all kinds of intense and fast-paced, with 5 goals scored in under 30 minutes. And just 5 minutes later, Ronaldinho's crew was at it again, scoring a goal that got called offside. In another Flamengo push, Ronaldinho whipped out a slick backheel pass in the box to Thiago Neves, but the opposing keeper made a solid save. That's when peeps started to believe a Flamengo comeback was on the cards. And if Neymar didn't step up soon, the tide could turn. And step up he did, taking the ball midfield on the left. He blitzed forward with his signature speed and got shoved in the box, earning a penalty. Veteran Elano was tapped for the kick, going bold with a chip shot down the middle. But Flamengo's keeper made light work of it, even showing off with some keepy-uppies. That miss could have widened the gap and maybe sealed the deal, but it kept Ronaldinho's squad's hopes burning. Not long after, with minutes ticking down in the first half, Flamengo went on the offensive and won a corner. Ronaldinho delivered a killer corner kick, finding his teammate David, who flicked it in for a goal. The first half wrapped up tied 3-3, 3 with Ronaldinho and Neymar each having scored and assisted, keeping the game tight. The second half kicked off balanced, with both teams creating solid chances. And just 5 minutes in, Neymar decided to show why he was Brazil's next big thing. On a Santos counter, Neymar got a perfect pass, leaving him one-on-one with the keeper. With his mad skills, he controlled the ball and finished with finesse, adding another goal for his team and widening their lead. By then, Neymar was on fire, with 2 goals and an assist, playing like a total boss. But the game wasn't over, and Ronaldinho still had some magic up his sleeve to possibly flip the script. Moments later, a back pass to Flamengo's keeper almost gave Neymar's team another chance to extend their lead, but the keeper was on point, averting further damage. The game was fire, and at the 13-minute mark of the second half, Ronaldinho's team got a free kick from way out. Still, it was a major threat because Ronaldinho was on the kick. He decided to whip in a cross, and David, who had already nailed a header earlier, went for another solid header. But Santos' keeper managed to save it. A few minutes later, Ronaldinho, with the ball at midfield, tried to solo his way through the defense but lost the ball at the last defender. Ronaldinho was all in, ready to do whatever to win this game. It wasn't long before Ronaldinho and his squad were on the attack again, with Ronaldinho shooting, the ball deflecting off a defender, and falling to Thiago Neves, who was offside. That was Flamengo's second no-go goal for being offside, but it didn't seem to shake the team's vibe. Soon after, Ronaldinho went for another attack, sending a pass that was just too strong. As the minutes ticked by, it felt like Ronaldinho's Flamengo was inching closer to tying it up, and that's exactly what went down at the 21-minute mark. Ronaldinho near the box tries to dribble past the defenders but gets fouled. The spot, just 19.9 meters out, was prime real estate for a free kick, especially with Ronaldinho, one of the world's free kick masters, stepping up. With that signature Ronaldinho flair, he opts for a low shot under the wall as the defenders jump, expecting a lofted shot. Boom! Ronaldinho nets a stunning goal, pulling his team back to a tie. At this stage, the Neymar versus Ronaldinho showdown was neck and neck again, each with 2 goals and an assist, both showing off big time. If the game ended here, it'd already be legendary, but fate was about to pick a winner. Neymar was also hungry for the win, trying to break through on the left, tumbling in the box, but no foul was called this time. Minutes later, he tries another solo run, getting fouled by Flamengo's players. Neymar kept pushing, getting the ball in the box, making space for a shot, but it went wide. Then, Neymar tries another solo, dribbling past a defender and shooting wide again. Despite Neymar's sick performance, fate had chosen Ronaldinho's night. 35 minutes into the second half, on a Flamengo counter, Ronaldinho, unmarked, gets the ball and doesn't miss, scoring his 3rd of the game. People were shook. Ronaldinho just hit a hat trick in a game against Neymar that started with his team down 3-0. It was like something out of a movie, but it was real. After that epic comeback, Ronaldinho's squad held on for 13 minutes, sealing a 5-4 win over Neymar's team. This day went down in soccer history as the most beautiful match of the Brazilian Championship, a legendary face-off between 2 of Brazil's all-time greats, with Ronaldinho proving he's the top dog. Despite the loss, Neymar still got the Puskás Award for the year's sickest goal. He also realized he had to level up big time to match Ronaldinho's genius, who, even past his prime, showed the world he's the real dribble king.